Hello everyone, my name is Rio Mittal and I'll be presenting my work, FLAIR, Federated Active Learning, Assisted by Naming for Responding to Emergencies. This work is done with my colleague Mohammad Jahanian and our advisor, Professor K.K. Ramakrishnan. Nowadays, a massive amount of content generated as social media posts, such as tweet, can be sent to a set of recipients. A great example of that is during disasters, where people post some critical information related to disaster, which may also include requests for immediate help. It is desirable to have this information to be delivered to the relevant first responders who can act based on it. Information-centric and name-based delivery can be very beneficial for such distribution, especially because of ensuring relevancy and timeliness of delivery. However, in ICN, every content needs to be named by its publisher before entering the network and routed. This is both correct for the NDN interest or data pool model, where the provider serves the content associated to interest names, and also name-based pubs up such as COPS and CNS, where named publications get pushed to the network and towards subscribers. A challenge with the name-based delivery is, what if the content generators have no access to the namespace to assign names to it? This is the case in our application scenario with the victim, who is a civilian social media user. We propose FLAIR, a framework which improves emergency response by synergistic use of information-centric networking with natural language processing and machine learning techniques. An important goal of FLAIR is to support delivering unnamed content, that is social media posts or SMPs, to relevant users through ICN. An important component of our name-based delivery is the incident namespace, which can be used to disseminate and propagate disaster-related information to the correct first responders. This namespace may follow a structure that is similar to the specifications in the National Incident Management System. Here, we see an example of the namespace. This namespace corresponds to the fire incidents that occur in California. In the fire incidents, we typically have tweets related to firefighting, medical emergencies, animal rescue, etc. The ICN core maintains prefixes for this namespace that are populated in the forwarding and subscription tables. First responders indicate interest and subscribe to the names based on their roles. Victims, who are social media users, do not have access to this namespace. In FLAIR, we propose a component called Social Media Engine or SME, which primarily bridges the gap between unnamed SMPs and name-based delivery. The SME collects tweets or social media posts from social media platforms, selects the posts which are relevant to the incident, and maps them to the correct name in the namespace for forwarding. We use the SME, which takes care of all these tasks, starting from collecting the tweets to publishing them to the right first responders. The SME operations are integrated with the structure of the namespace. We also have incident commander and dispatchers who manage the namespace. Now, for mapping the posts to the correct names, we need some kind of classification mechanism. A lot of work has been done previously in this space. However, there are various challenges that we need to address for the real-time classification. First of all, when a disaster begins, there are not much tweets or posts related to it, so we don't have enough training data to begin with. The next issue is the manual labeling effort required to generate training set for the classifier. Now, the incident namespace might also change as the disaster unfolds. For example, new roles might get added to the namespace to address an unforeseen event. In such scenarios, using a static classifier may not be appropriate, and we need a classifier which can accommodate new classes with minimal training requirement. Along with this, as we saw in previous namespace diagram, we can have various departments participating in disaster mitigation. These departments have their own dispatchers who are people with specialized knowledge. If the classifiers are local to the department, they cannot aggregate their learnings and make use of specialized knowledge. So we propose a framework, FLAIR, to address these challenges to provide efficient and timely dissemination of relevant information to the correct first responders while utilizing the specialized knowledge of each of the dispatchers belonging to various participating departments. For this purpose, Flare sets up separate social media engine for each department, which are assisted by the dispatcher for learning process, sharing their knowledge over time. Now, I'll explain the various components of the social media engine. The first component is the crawler, which collects the tweets in real time based on different disaster-related keywords. The collected tweets are passed to the C1 classifier, which classifies tweets based on their relevance to the incident. The relevant tweets are passed to the C2 classifier, which predicts which department could the tweet belong to. Now, the C3 classifier is a fine-grained classifier which provides classification into various individual roles in the namespace. The final C3 classification is then used by named media post generator to create a hierarchical name which is used to direct the post to the right first responders subscribed to the specific role in the namespace. We have different media engine features which address the various challenges we face in classification of disaster-related tweets in real time. Firstly, we need to select a classifier which can train rapidly without the need of large initial dataset. We use DNN classifier with universal sentence encoder for this purpose. Next, we use active learning to reduce the manual labeling effort on the dispatcher. A rapidly trainable classifier combined with active learning makes it easy to reinstantiate a new classifier in case of namespace change to incorporate new classes. We also use federated learning and message passing techniques to leverage organizational level expertise in learning as well as classification of tweets. Please refer to the paper for the details of each feature and their individual evaluation. Here we explain an important feature of Flare, that is dynamic namespace support. We discuss various updates that may happen to incident namespace as the disaster situation evolves and how we plan to address these changes. The updates in the namespace can be divided into two categories. Firstly, there are updates like name deletion and name merging, which do not require any updates to the classifier. The example of name merging are shown in the bottom left figure. There are other updates like name addition or name splitting, which may require changes in the classifier to accommodate new classes with respect to the new names. The examples of name splitting is shown in the bottom right figure. Here, we evaluate the cost of instantiating a new classifier when a name is split into two. For this experiment, we took 1000 tweets belonging to the infrastructure class. In these, for the first 400 tweets, we have structure and shelter class and the other class. So here we have merged the structure, building and road damages and shelter, shortage and outage classes, assuming that they were handled by the same first responders initially. After the first 400 tweets, we split the structure and shelter class into structure, building and road damages and shelter, shortage and outage. We compare the cost of labeling and accuracy of a static classifier which has two classes throughout against instantiating a new classifier with three classes when the split happens. Here, we see the dynamic classification by instantiating a new three-class classifier results in better accuracy as compared to the static classifier. This gain, however, comes with a price. That is, we need to label more tweets to retrain the new classifier. But the labeling cost subsides after a few batches are processed. In future, we plan on reducing this cost further by utilizing the knowledge of the existing classifier while instantiating the new one by the use of continual learning approaches. Now, I'll explain the overall flow of tweets through these social media engines before going into the final evaluation. Firstly, we fetch the SMPs or social media posts from social media platforms such as Twitter based on specialized keywords related to the corresponding department. The SMPs or the tweets are then passed to the C1 classifier which identifies the relevant tweets and passes them to the C2 classifier. Here, both C1 and C2 are DNN-based classifiers assisted by the dispatcher of their individual department for active learning. Along with this, since C1 and C2 classifiers are common across all the departments, their individual models are collected periodically for aggregation. The aggregated model is then sent back to each social media engine to support learning across various departments. Flare also provides the dispatcher of various departments to collaborate and help each other during manual labeling by using their specialized knowledge. This is done by message passing scheme for C2 classification when the dispatcher of the current department is unable to label the message. Finally, based on the C2 classification, the tweets are either forwarded to C3 classifier of same department or of different department. The C3 classifier is also a DNN-based classifier and supports active learning. It is also customizable and can have different number of classes based on the requirement of its own department. The number of classes can also change to accommodate the changing disaster situations. The C3 classification is used to generate the appropriate name for the SMP, which is used to forward it to the right first responder. So this is the overall architecture diagram of the system where different social media engines interact with each other and use each other's specialized knowledge for timely and efficient dissemination of disaster-related posts to the right first responders by utilizing the incident namespace. This is the final result of overall classification of fully streaming and pipeline data into C1, C2, and C3 classes. For this, we use 3,521 tweets collected on the peak day of Woolsey fire incident. The collection was based on the keywords like fire, contamination, health, rescue, etc. For the performance metrics, we have accuracy and number of tweets labeled for all the classifiers. For C1, we measure recall for relevant class as we want to prioritize correct classification of the posts which are actually relevant to the incident. For C2 and C3, we measure F1 score as all the classes are equally important. Here we see that 98.38% of all disaster relevant tweets get published and delivered to some first responders. Once a tweet is marked as relevant, it can be forwarded correctly based on the first responder's input to whom it has incorrectly been forwarded to. We inspect the remaining 1.62% of tweets which were relevant but marked as irrelevant and found them to be borderline tweets and non-actionable items. 88.18% of all disaster relevant tweets get published to some first responders in the right organization, whether or not it is to the right fine grained role. Again, the remaining 10.2% are delivered to incorrect organization, but can be delivered correctly based on the feedback from first responders. Finally, we see that 81.93% of all disaster relevant tweets get published to the first responders with correct role in the right organization at the finest granularity possible. So in the work done till now, we tested the feasibility of combining various ML and NLP related techniques with information-centric pub/sub namespace dissemination. Flare uses namespace-assisted multi-classifier pipeline to enable real-time information dissemination. It also uses active learning to reduce the manual labeling effort. It also uses federated learning and message passing techniques to make use of specialized knowledge of various participating departments. In the final evaluation, we show how Flare maps and delivers 81.93% of all disaster relevant tweets to the right first responders at the finest level of granularity. Please feel free to ask any questions and thank you very much.